7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co.
go.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Monday morning. Sorry, Fonz didn't even hit the table. Very, very happy to see your names, faces, and profile pictures over there in the chat. Glad to be here. Good to be back. Good morning, Lloyd. Good morning, Christian. Christine, C-Man.
The C-Man.
The C-Man.
No one calls me that.
Yeah, I've heard it quite often.
It's spreading.
Oh, in the chat? Yeah, disappointing.
No, not even the chat. Just
No,
in real life.
don't give
They're
yourself
like,
that much
you work
credit.
with that little C-Man, don't you? That's what they say.
No one has ever said that.
Is it your intern C-Man?
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah.
No one said that.
Let's get it rolling, guys. Christian's new nickname, Uncle Randy.
No, call me
no
D-Man.
longer what?
Call me D-Man. I'm the D-Man.
Now you're definitely
You,
C-Man.
no,
D-Man.
yeah, get out of here. Good morning to y'all. Lloyd, how was your weekend?
Excellent. How was yours?
Oh, great.
Played golf.
I did not.
14 holes, just like you.
14,
Christian wouldn't know
buddy.
anything about that.
try 7. No, moved the little brother into the Spruce Hall dorms.
Oh.
There on LSU's campus. I tell you what, quite the operation that LSU has, like the move-in operation.
Yeah.
Where you get in this long line right there off of Skip Burtman and River Road, and you go through this maze, and then they take you in another long line. But it was very organized. I was impressed because my expectations were contraflow. I was like, I've seen LSU try to do organized chaos, and it doesn't go well because contraflow is a mess.
Oh, yeah.
And so I did not have high expectations. But the move-in operation was very smooth. You get 15 minutes of unloading your vehicle onto the front of the dorm, and then you get 20 minutes with a cart to get it all into the room, and you're good to go. And I thought they did a great job.
What if you don't
Do what?
abide by the timeline?
They're like, you got to get out of here, and then they take you away.
They take you somewhere.
They
you
take
don't
you
get
somewhere
yeah.
you don't know. So you better hope you don't find out.
I wonder what they do at Penn State.
But I was very impressed with the LSU move-in operation. Christian, how was your weekend? Sorry.
Good. I also moved in my sibling to LSU.
There you go.
So I had a similar experience. Now, I did not sit in the car with my sibling. I just drove kind of by the ag lot and went to her dorm. I'm not dropping where she
Good.
is.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, so helped her move in, and then Premier League's back on. I know y'all don't care, and neither does the chat, but I got to watch that Sunday morning. That was kind of cool.
And you got to watch the Saints Sunday morning. Isn't that fun?
Afternoon, Sunday afternoon, the Saints were on. Saw the comeback. I didn't watch the first half because I was moving in my sister.
Yeah.
But the second half I watched, and then watched the Mets last night. So good weekend.
This guy's a sportsaholic over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Woke up to soccer, watched football, and finished it off with baseball. Check this guy out. C-Man over there.
C-Man.
D-Man.
Oh, God. Cool.
But-
This is at Rob Sense. Is this the same little brother from the bus stop? We're getting old, bro.
No,
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
It is a crazy thought. Like when we left the dorm, I was like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like
You're
like,
in college. You're going to make some mistakes, I bet.
Yeah. Like, Mom, look at Mom. You're cooked.
Yeah, this is over. Empty nester.
And so it was. It is crazy to think that
Was there any crying?
Been that long. Of course, my mom.
Did you
cried
cry?
Like a
Did she
baby.
really?
Did my mom cry? Of course. It's her baby.
Well, my mom didn't even move me in. I did it myself.
Of course
But
you
like,
did.
think about like the age difference like between you and Sean is like what? How many years? 3.
Mm-hmm.
So like y'all were both like me and Cassidy when we were gone like whatever. Max has been he's 5 years younger than me.
He's never
so,
left the nest.
Right. Ever.
Yeah, I moved. I grabbed my twin bed from home, put it in the Yukon XL, drove to Baton Rouge, and lived on the ground of my best friend's cousin
There you go.
at Indigo Park. Didn't even live on campus. They were like, we don't know what to do with you.
Yep. Hey, not much has changed.
No.
Not much has changed. But glad to
cry?
be here. Huh?
Did you cry?
Yeah.
Did I cry? I got emotional, but I didn't.
You got emotional?
Of course I did. Like it was sad. I'm old. It was sad, but I didn't. I was like, still.
Are you going to start going to, like, college stuff?
No.
Yeah, do it.
No.
Revisit.
pass.
Yo, Max.
Stay away.
Let's go to the bar.
Yeah.
Mike's.
I can get you.
Yes.
I can get you a wristband.
Hey, Max, you know all your buddies. If you want to tell your buddy, I can get you all drinks.
Yeah.
Max, you mind if I stay at your dorm on Thursday night?
No.
I'll hit him up.
I'm sure you will.
The best thing about college.
But glad to be
I
here.
get older, they stay the same age.
Glad to be Matthew McConaughey over there. Glad to be here. The headlines this morning: LSU football did their talent show. Every single year they do the little talent show. Did you catch any of that talent show, Lloyd?
I did not. I actually ended up hosting
A talent show.
a fantasy football draft that I wasn't even in the league. So
You got called to MC
Yeah.
a fantasy football. That's awesome.
it was fun.
That's pretty cool.
But I didn't see the fan. I didn't see. I was doing my own talent show.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But the talent show was awesome. And me and Lloyd even talked about some of the clips that came out of it, and we're going to play one in just a second. And I put it out on Twitter yesterday, or the other day. I said something about the energy that this LSU team has. Vibes aren't everything.
There's
That
something.
doesn't mean that they're not important. And that's one thing this team's got. The vibes around this 2025 LSU football team and program are high. We've said it a whole lot, and that's just another example of how much this team genuinely enjoys one another's presence. Like, genuinely enjoys being around each other. And they look like a very fun and entertaining group, both on and off the field. And speaking of on the field, we got to go to their practice on Friday. They also scrimmaged on Saturday, and they'll be back on the practice field today with media availability. So we'll be out there today when the Tigers practice. And like I said, we were there on Friday. We did a practice recap on Friday. So if you missed that, it's on our channel. Go back and look at it. It was Friday afternoon right after practice. We came back here and we sat down and we discussed everything we saw in the indoor facility on Friday. Which on Friday's practice was, like we said, it was more of a mental day. BK even talked about it a little bit. They gave some guys a break. Nussmeier hit a throw limit, so he didn't throw at practice. They held Whit Weeks out because he won't practice 5 days in a row. And they wanted to make sure everyone was good and ready to go physically for the practice or the scrimmage in Tiger Stadium Saturday night. And so, Lloyd, if you want to play that clip, there was one clip I saw come out from the Tiger Stadium practice / scrimmage on Saturday. And it was a nice little toss from Nussmeier to Barry and Brown.
Arm was well rested.
That I put out on Twitter yesterday, and yeah, no, it was the arm looked good. The one that they gave Nuss's right arm a break, and rightfully so, because it looked pretty dialed in on Saturday in Tiger Stadium. Like, I mean, it's a great catch, but the ball placement of, like, I'm going to put it where only my receiver can make a play on it. It was good coverage. Like, not perfect coverage, but, like, I think it's P.J. Woodland. Like, he's there.
Dot.
Drop it in. Drop it in. That's also a little preview of the discussion we're going to be having today. We're going to get into some quarterback talk today. We're going to talk about the LSU quarterback room and the Clemson quarterback room. And we might even talk about, excuse me, the Saints quarterback room as well. There's a lot to talk about there. And also after practice on Friday, Brian Kelly met with the media. We do have sound from that also. In other news, if you didn't see it yesterday, Clemson has had kind of a litany of things kind of happen over the last week and a half, where they had the running back kind of get banged up. Now he scrimmaged in their past scrimmage this past weekend. So he was good to go. The right guard that they said was injured did not go in their most recent scrimmage. Now, Dabo said he'll be ready to go for game 1, but they did hold him out. And then yesterday I saw a statement that tight end Ian Shefflin, I believe, was arrested over the weekend. Now, from everything I've looked at depth chart-wise, I don't think he was planning to be a big impact player for Clemson this year. He is a basketball guy who swapped over to the football team. This would be his first year on the team. He's a tight end. He's not slated to be their starter or anything, but now he will definitely miss some time at the start of the season, according to Dabo. So a couple of unfortunate events in a row for the Clemson Tigers with some injuries and now that situation there with Shefflin. Like we said, we're going to do a quarterback room breakdown today for LSU and Clemson, and like I said, we're going to talk about the Saints as well. We've got 10 shows until game day. Okay, we've got 12 days, but 10 shows, obviously, because Saturday and Sunday we would be off. And so in those 10 shows, each day we're going to do a position group breakdown. So today is quarterback. Tomorrow will be running back. We'll go down the list and when I count them out, there's 10 position groups. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line. D-tackle, edge rusher, linebacker, cornerback, safety. And then there will be specialists we might mix in as well. But we're going to do a position group breakdown each day as we get closer to game day. So today will be the quarterback discussion. And speaking of the Saints, if you missed it yesterday, they complete the comeback to tie with the Jaguars yesterday as they tied it. They were down 17-3, came back and tied it up at the end 17-17. And I'll say this one thing about it right now. They 1,000% should have lost that game. I don't understand why the Jaguars did not trot Cam Little out there from 60 when he made it from 70 last week. Like we even talked about, we're like, imagine like it's going to happen in a game. They're going to cross the 50, be like, hey, we're in field goal range now, give them a shot. And they didn't do it. They decided to throw the ball, and guess what happens when you throw the ball when you should kick it or you should run it?
You throw an interception.
You throw an interception. Every time. Every time. It just happens.
Saints should have had 1 second left.
I did see that.
I did. When they showed the game clock with the out of bounds, like,
now, Lloyd,
looked like there was 1 second on that clock.
Lloyd, do you think it was because it was a preseason game? They
Yes.
didn't really care, or do you think they genuinely got it wrong? Because if
Oh, I think it was, let's pack it up, boys. Let's go home.
yeah, because the latter that would be scary.
Yeah, but no, I mean, the game clock, it was the Nick Saban kick six. Like, it was the same situation. Like, oh, we have 1 second, put 1 second back. And they were even reviewing it. While they were reviewing it, they were shaking hands. Like, we're not looking at this.
If it was a regular season
Dean
game.
Blandino was looking at it. He's like, oh, look, 1 second. Like, oh, look, game over.
Yeah, no, just like, and I don't even care.
No,
like,
nobody does.
A
They don't want
tie's
to
a
be out
tie.
there, yeah.
There we go. We're good. We're squared away. Liam Cohen and Kellen Moore got a nice little handshake in the middle of the field and got up out of there. So that was the news over the weekend. Into the two claps this morning. Some guys missing from practice on Friday. We were wondering why, scratching our heads, and we found out it was because they were graduating. Prince Malbrew, Jordan Gilbert, and Chris Hilton Jr. all graduated from LSU. 2025 summer grads. Those three Tigers were. And so during practice on Friday, they were not there because they were getting their diploma. Congratulations to those three guys.
And this was mentioned in the Brian Kelly press conference. Makai Wingo
Came back,
and then one more.
See if you can remember.
Somebody important.
Not important enough for Christian, obviously.
Well, fuck it.
Two claps. Two claps to the graduates. Ready. Next up, if you didn't see us talk about this on Friday, I'm sure you've seen it over the weekend. A shout out to Tamarcus Cooley and the Good Samaritan work he did as there was a family driving down the road, had a tire blowout, and he stopped, got out, helped change their tire, and took care of them. And shout out to him because that is just a special mindset and type of person that it takes to stop and do that. And he even pulled out into the lane first to make sure she could get onto the road back fully safely. So shout out to Tamarcus Cooley after football practice, pulling over to help a family change their tire. 2 claps for Tamarcus. Ready.
It really is like a testament to character. Like,
Yeah, and
nobody has to do this.
Nobody.
Like, it takes a kind of a special person to be like, I think I can help.
And I think I should, and I will.
Yeah,
and
I will.
You know, like I will stop my car. I mean, he just left practice. You know, like he's got a million other things he'd rather do than get out in the heat in a sweatsuit and change a tire.
But he did.
And to me, like that speaks to the character of the player that's on this football team. Because I don't think Tamarcus is a one-off. Like I don't think he's the only guy on this team that is a special person with that strong and high of character. I think it's kind of a theme throughout this entire program, and that's why I think they could be as special as they should be.
Attitude reflect leadership, Captain.
There you go. And what did Jay Johnson say when he talks about recruiting players?
Recruit the person.
Recruit the person. They can be good at baseball, but they need to be a better person. And it feels like LSU football has kind of taken that mantra with the guys that they've brought in. They've recruited some really good football players that are going to make an impact in 2025. But if this is also a testament to they also brought in guys where they recruited the person. Next up in the 2 claps, you know who my favorite Saints player is right now?
Drew Brees.
Kendre Miller.
Danny Stutzman.
Of course.
He's playing well.
Doppelganger.
He's playing great. Play this clip of him. Play the clip of him from yesterday. Nope. Look at this play. Watch this.
I think Mullins would probably want this back. Trails the receiver
Oh,
just a
get
little
out there.
bit,
It's a bad throw,
allowing
makes a play on
Stutzman.
it.
That's what
Reach
you.
in with
That,
that.
you
Check that out. Look at that. It's this part.
Thought that was Kyle.
You see that?
Juszczyk.
You see this thing on his contraption on his arm and the cowboy collar. Like that is a football player right there. Come on. He's got a bionic elbow and a cowboy collar on.
Just give him the 1-bar face mask.
Would be awesome. 2 claps to Danny Stutzman. What did he say? What was his Instagram post? What was the caption?
Crackers in the juice.
Yeah, he called him communion because he's the cracker with the juice. There you go.
Black.
Did you see on First Take they had Drewski on? And this is not a 2 claps. This is very unfortunate because it's not a very good look for Monica McNutt. It's also not a good look for ESPN or First Take because she sees Drewski, who's wearing a Barry Sanders jersey, backwards. And this is her takeaway and thought on it.
I'm up. Well, it's a blast for us to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so the jersey. Let's get into it because obviously this ties to one Shador Sanders who balled out in his first preseason. I'm sorry, I was at Barry Sanders. Good morning.
Like that is as tough of a watch as you will see ever. Of course, I mean, like
He was like, "That's disrespectful."
is it ever? Well, the other thing is, first off, you can feel however you want to feel about them having Drewski on ESPN at First Take. I know people are going to feel that way. I don't mind it. They're doing it. They need to get some sort of traction and
I like it.
entertainment
He's funny.
value. So, like, I think Drewski's hilarious. So, like, whatever. Have whoever you want on there.
It's talking season.
But you are the top television program on ESPN. And you're confusing Barry Sanders' jersey with Shador Sanders.
If you see,
And this isn't even a diss to Shador. This is Barry Sanders we're talking about.
if you see a blue NFL jersey that has the
Barry
lines
Sanders
on
should-
it or not, you should automatically think Barry first.
Yeah.
Never Shador.
It should
Shador
be like-
just got there.
It should be like Barry Dion.
Yeah.
Right. Because, I mean, like, it's like...
She should almost confuse it with a Dion Cowboys jersey. That would make more sense.
Right. Well, and the other thing is, like, I remember Conor McGregor walked in a Warriors 23 jersey. And Draymond Green was like, take that off. And he was like, nah, this is C.J. Watson, brother. Like, that's understandable because, like, when you see 23 Warriors jersey, you're going to think
Myself.
Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Not even just himself. Like, when I saw it, I thought he was wearing a Draymond Green jersey. But he wasn't. That's okay to get that one wrong. Now, it was embarrassing for Draymond.
Oh,
he
man,
was
he
like,
got
it's CJ
cooked.
Watson.
He got cooked.
But, like, that's a Barry Sanders jersey, and we're saying that it's on because of...
Shador Sanders.
Well, I
like-
think it's just top of mind. Freudian slip.
And you work at ESPN.
Gotta be, because that's just tough. And I'm not. This is not even a diss against her. Like I don't watch ESPN enough to have an opinion about her sports coverage, but that's
Tough.
a tough look.
I think Jason Richardson.
Yeah, and that's acceptable too. I don't think CJ Watson.
No, that's a deep pool.
But yeah, no, that was tough to see. I was like, oh, Shador, like, and for Drewski to react the way he did, we're like, this is Barry
Hold on.
Sanders. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Like, oh, it's tough. So that's not 2 claps. That's whatever the opposite is. 2 thumbs down. 2 thumbs down on the confusion between Barry and Shador. Hey, and I like Shador. It's
folks.
not a diss to Shador, but like,
It's just, I'm sure it was on the rundown.
yeah.
Shador was probably there somewhere.
of course. I mean,
Gotta talk about
it's
him.
going to be the talking point. Next up in the 2 claps, Scotty Scheffler deserves 2 claps. I feel like he's going to get 2 claps every weekend because every time he goes out on the course,
It's insane.
it's unbelievable. He is quite literally on another planet. Did you see the Ryder Cup points, like for the USA, like the point totals?
It's just, I mean, if he could play every match, America would have a better chance.
Scotty was at 37,000.
High fiver of all time.
Yeah, yes. But shout out, 2 claps to Scotty Scheffler. Ready.
I was
He
watching
wins
on Saturday, and
every
he
weekend.
was I think 2 down on the leaderboard. And I was like, why are we even watching this? He's going to win on Sunday.
It's
Like if he's around,
Yes.
if he's there,
Yes.
if he's on the premises.
Well, because that's why McIntyre at the end, like when it was after 18 and they shook hands and it was over, McIntyre did not have a very good day yesterday.
Well, no, he got swallowed up.
And it was the inevitable of you start to get a little shaky. Scotty is
He doesn't need that whoop.
like smooth.
That whoop doesn't move.
No, cold-blooded. 2 claps to him. And then, Christian, you added this last one in there.
Oh, also McIntyre, we got to work on the sunscreen game, brother.
Oh, yeah. No,
he
you can
looked
see
like
it.
Casper
All
the
up
Friendly
on the,
Ghost.
all up on the neck here was a lot
That's
of
not something that's
sunscreen.
winning a golf tournament.
Looks like a
Looks like
rookie.
he's at the Muni. Hey, Bobby.
How long have you played golf for? That
Bobby
you can't get
SPF.
the sunscreen right.
God Lord,
It
you're
was-
on TV.
Yeah, and Scotty was tan as could be.
I mean, just you
Golden
scared of the
brown
sun.
skin.
The only son he's scared of is the one of the Lord.
There you go. Christian, the last 2 claps for this morning.
Yeah, if you didn't see this video, is making its rounds on Twitter yesterday after the Saints and Jaguars game. We'll play it here, and it's pretty funny. So,
What a setup!
I mean, I don't know.
We
I don't
get
know.
I don't know how else you really describe this
It's just must-see content.
right now.
Like it's
it is.
not.
There were 2
Oh
battles
hell yeah!
in the Superdome yesterday between the Saints and Jaguars.
This is good old Superdome fun right here. Oh fuck you! Look at that!
Are you kidding?
Oh! Yeah, you watch too much UFC, brother.
Put him up, dude.
I'm about to speak.
right
you.
hook.
Oh no! We go roll him up, put
Yep.
him in a burrito.
Yeah. Oh, open the door.
Going outside.
Throw him out the club.
Nope.
Oh,
yeah.
he probably pooped his pants a little.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
No, ground and pound.
Ow,
That's
ow,
an open
ow,
hand.
ow.
That's an open hand.
Let him up, let him
Underhand
up.
punch right there. Oh, there goes your shirt, buddy.
Oh damn!
Hold on.
No, it's over now.
Oh, nope.
Oh no! Oh! There's got to be commentary.
Go
on
back
this.
to the
I mean, this is
pants
a
What's
dropping.
up? What's up?
Go back to the pants dropping.
This is
part.
a rewatch.com.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable.
That couldn't have gone worse.
No, it completely fell apart.
Oh, like he's
Like,
winning.
that was good. He was like, okay.
Man, get off me! Put your hands up.
Yeah. Travis Hunter jersey. Oh no. See, he got caught up on the mat there. You think that was his hat on the ground?
Oh shit!
Yep, nice thing. That's ground and pound. And he's caught in this. It's a tough spot to be in.
This Travis Hunter fan's got to be like 20 years younger.
Right. Yeah, this is a 30-year-old versus a 50-year-old. Oh shit! And then he just grabs it. He just grabs
Oh,
the shirt
nice
and
little
pulls
hockey move.
it off. And then and then just, I mean, a nice little slide tackle.
I mean, everybody just go home.
There. Just slide tackle.
It's
It's
the preseason.
unbelievable.
It's the preseason.
It's preseason for them, too.
Hey, No, we are in mid-season form, Coach.
God, that's the Saints in a nutshell.
Mid-season form. That's the most entertaining thing that happened outside of that.
How annoying was that Jaguars fan?
I genuinely wonder
It's a bad look for Louisiana.
what caused that.
Yeah, I have to think the Jaguars fan. I mean, dude.
Like, what got them to that point where they're like, let's duke it out next to the exit?
Well, I think the
Well,
Jaguars.
almost got out of here.
We're not even going to walk out
Outside.
onto the ramp. We're going to stay right here where it literally says exit in front of the doors and throw down.
And this got so heated because we were talking about the Jaguars and the Saints in the preseason.
Yeah, like we could be talking about two things that are less important.
Neither team's going to win this year,
You couldn't,
guys.
I couldn't imagine how fired up. Like, there's not a bone in my body that would make me fight for the Saints at a preseason game against a Jaguars fan.
No.
Like, you could say whatever.
Say whatever you want about the Saints, and I'll shake your hand.
Sure, brother.
I'll shake your hand.
Yeah.
I couldn't see myself getting in a fight over any professional sport. I think LSU's one thing, but like even the Pelicans, like if a Bucks fan or something was coming at me, like this wasn't even a Falcons fan. This was a Jaguars fan.
There's no reason for this to happen.
Those two ever even meet.
No, zero reason for that to happen. But Fawn says, Jags fans can't help themselves at being douchebags. Trust me, I live here.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
Florida behavior.
I'm sure there probably were some things that could have been said.
I mean,
but
I won't even say I have gotten in a fight. I've seen fights. I wouldn't say I've been an LSU fan for quite a while.
yes.
LSU Ole Miss, I've seen my buddies throw somebody over the hood, and that happened. But the closest, I guess, personally, was 2019 LSU Alabama. Or no, what was the home game? It was close. Florida. It's the Florida people.
Uh-huh.
And it was after the game. LSU wins, of course. Great game.
Yep,
LSU
excellent
feels
game.
like a national championship is inevitable.
Right.
He flicks his cigarette at me. I go, brother, you can do whatever you want to me. You can't take this away from me today. And he was like, God damn it.
I know. Gah!
Nothing can happen to me, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the only time I've been close to where, like, if you test me, I might, was walking back from the USC loss last year. Like, luckily the USC fans that were yelling at me were in vehicles.
Yeah, you were Steve the Pirate.
So, like, there's nothing, but, like,
Yeah.
I was at the point that night where I was like, if you come say something to my face right now, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That was a tough
I
night.
instigated a fight between Sigma News and these two Florida fans
You instigated the fight?
when Jaden Daniels ran all over Florida.
Yeah.
Well, because I was sitting with the Sigma News. I didn't know any of them. I was by myself. My buddy was in the bathroom. And these kids were yelling at us, and I told them to watch the game and shut the fuck up. And then these Sigma News kind of had my back, and then they fought, like, in the student section.
So
they fought on my behalf.
They defended your honor.
So I was like, bet.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, we like this guy.
Yeah.
We're going to fight for him. We're going to fight for this Crowley kid.
Likable dude.
There you go. Jamie
C-man.
Roy
D-man.
said that fight was for the first overall pick.
This was
So-
Noah after the USC game.
Literally. No, that was it. I'm walking down the interstate from the stadium back to, like, downtown, like the Vegas Strip. And these USC fans in cars are just hurling words and things at me. And I was like, that's genuinely how I felt. Like, that's what it was. Because this is the thing, before that game, I was confident going up against USC. I wasn't, like, confident going on LSU going into the season last year, but I was confident about that USC game because I just did not think USC was good, and they weren't. And so I really thought, like, going into it, LSU was going to win. The vibes were high. We were walking through the Mandalay Bay Casino, and those two LSU fans with the trumpets and the trombones were playing neck, and I was like, with there's no way we lose.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking trash to anyone I see. And
Receipts, brother.
yep, it came back to bite me.
Fonz, listen, I went to both LSU FSU games with my wife's family who are huge FSU fans. I went to fight everyone all weekend.
Oh, that's rough.
That's brutal. First one probably, I mean, don't even talk to me after that game. You
Hey,
can only
hon.
laugh at that pain.
Right.
Hey, hon, your dad, he sucks. I hate him. You need to tell him to watch his mouth around me.
Yep.
Yeah, Chris Winkie, cool.
Sabrion, I think Noah might be a blackout
No
fighter.
doubt. Ask Christian. Christian put him in the hospital.
I did.
He didn't actually.
No, I bit your ass, son.
Better watch yourself. But that's the headlines of the 2 claps for this morning. Don't forget, every single day we were brought to you by AJ Sports Cards there on Drusilla Lane. When we did our draft on Friday, so if you missed that, go back and check that out. I need to get that cut up and clipped so you guys can watch it as a standalone. We drafted each of us, me, Lloyd, Christian, Jonathan, our 3 non-quarterback impact players. And the way we got the draft order was through some sports card pulls. And so Lloyd ended up with the first overall pick.
Second.
Jonathan had first.
But I ended up with the
You
first
ended up with the first overall pick. Second overall. And so we were able to do that courtesy of AJ Sports Cards, 3348 Drusilla Lane, 225-831-4508 is the number. Make sure you show up or call them and let them know you appreciate what they do for Tingle & Co. As they take care of us and keep this show rolling.
There's no better feeling than after a draft where Noah goes, Lloyd won.
That was the only time I've ever said that.
Oh, no, the other draft we did that's in the annals of history.
I dominated that draft.
No.
That wasn't
Lloyd,
even close.
The draft y'all didn't post with the 2019 team. Lloyd, you had the worst team.
I had the best
He
team.
did not have the worst team. Jonathan's team was
Lloyd
drastically
Cushenberry.
worse, as he took Lloyd Cushenberry in the second round. We need to find that and post that. I will do that. But
It's somewhere.
I
know where it
definitely won
is.
that draft.
I think I did.
I definitely won that one.
But I definitely won on Friday.
You did. You did win.
Thank
Well,
you.
we'll see. But like right now, you have a team that I feel like
the
is in
we'll
a very
see
good-
card.
very good position. But we shall see.
From the C-Man.
From the C-Man.
D-man.
We appreciate you guys, and we're going to get into the discussion this morning. Like I said, we're going to go through the next 10 shows. Each show will have its own position group to be discussed, both LSU and Clemson's, so we can kind of grade out and match up the different position groups on each roster. And today is a layup. It's the easiest position room to talk about, and for both teams, because when you talk about the expectations for Clemson and the expectations for LSU, they kind of lie in the hands of one player on both sides, as most teams do, but especially these two because they are the top of the class at that position. And Garrett Nussmeier and Cade Klubnik, kind of the competition for QB1 in the country. Like, I think those two guys are very much looked at as the best quarterback in the country. And we'll get into the discussion now. Just a rundown of some stats from last season. Nussmeier's first season starting in 2024, he had 525 pass attempts, so he threw the ball a lot. For a 64% completion percentage, 4,052 yards, and a 29-12 touchdown interception ratio. And so, Lloyd, what I'll ask you is, when you hear those numbers, are there any that you would like to look different in 2025?
I was in the chat. What did you say?
525 pass attempts total for Nussmeier. So that's over a 13-game season? They were 9-4. So over 13 games, he threw the ball 525 times. So on an average, that would be about 40.4, about 40 passes a game, which I think is a little bit on the higher side. And a lot of that's because there were games where he got up to 50, 52. He threw 64%, 4,000 yards, and then his ratio was 29-12 touchdown to interception ratio. So when you hear those numbers,
I mean, the first one that pops off the screen is 525 pass attempts.
right?
I would like for that to be lower, obviously, I would think, because those are the situations that got you in trouble last year, right? Whenever you started looking at, like, we broke down the numbers, I believe it was either Wednesday or Thursday, where we went through pass attempts versus run attempts and which games they won and lost, and it was the games where you had to throw it over 45 times that
Right.
kind of, I guess, bared more weight in terms of determining, because Nussmeier's Nussmeier.
Yes.
Like, there's no way to, you're not going to, I don't want him to lose what makes him good. And that's the ability, like you just, the throw we watched earlier today.
Right, the trust in his arm.
Yeah, I can put it where nobody else can. That belief in yourself, I do not want it coached out of you. I've seen it happen to a million LSU quarterbacks, and it's not fun that way. It's impossible to play the position without confidence. But if you can take with that said, the amount of times he's going to put it in the air, mistakes are going to happen.
Right.
Something, batted ball, misread, not on the same page. You put it in the air that many times, something is going to happen. And so if you could take that away and add to the run game, then that's the number I would look at and be like, I'd like that to be under 500.
Right, because I mean,
right around 500 is fine.
Because
like those 25 attempts, I can find 12 bad ones.
Because 4,000 yards is a good number.
Yeah.
But if you're going yards per attempt, it's about 7.7.
Wait, and that, I think that's a little bit skewed just because you didn't have a deep threat the entire year.
Right. And so, like, but I'm saying that's another number that I would like to see look a little different. Is like attempts go down, yards stay kind of similar because you're able to stretch the field a tad bit more.
Right.
Than you were able to.
And that's where, like, in a vacuum, that's why Nussmeier was so impressive last year. You weren't able to stretch the field. You weren't able to run the football necessarily.
It was a tight field you had to work with.
And that's why Aaron Anderson was just like a moneymaker.
Yes.
But that's a hard way to play the position is I have to play with – he's basically playing in the red zone the entire season.
Right. And when they actually got to the red zone, that's what made it much more difficult. And then obviously the number that everyone's going to look at would be the touchdown to interception ratio of 29-12. You would maybe like to see the touchdown number raise a little bit. But even if it stayed at 29, I think would be fine. You would just like the interception number to drop from 12 because 12 is high. Klubnik's stats from last year. So he was at 486 attempts at a 63% completion percentage, 3,639 yards. With his touchdown to interception ratio being 36-6.
Yeah.
So that's the most glaring difference between the two.
I would ask
from a number standpoint.
I would say maybe the rushing attempts would be the most
Of course. Nussmeier last year, and I actually used a stat that didn't include the sack yards.
Good.
So this only rushes. Nussmeier, 37 rushes, 93 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Hell yeah, brother.
So 37 carries for 93 yards is
3 yards a carry.
2.5 yards a carry. Klubnik on 126 rushes, 588 yards. So 588 over 126 is about 4.5. So still not like he's doing these QB design like Lamar Jackson breakaways down the field. Like that's not who he is. But 126 rushes, 588 yards, 7 touchdowns. And that, to me, is where that 29-12, 36-6, like, that's another layer of that number. To where, like, Cade Klubnik is more, I guess, safe with the football in the same way, like, Jaden Daniels doesn't throw a lot of interceptions because he's not going to force a throw because what is he going to do? He's going to tuck it and go, right? And so Klubnik has more of that ability and willingness to do so, so he threw 6 touchdowns. So Nussmeier with 32 total tuds on the year. Klubnik with 43.
And how many picks?
6.
See?
Like that's...
And if you could give Garrett Nussmeier 4 yards a pop.
Right. Well, that's
all you're asking
for.
Do what?
And it doesn't have to be 126 rushes.
No, it'd be 50.
But even if it was just 37 again, but it was the right 37, and it's 37 rushes for 4.5, like 37... times 4.5 would have been 167 yards last year. But that's if over those 37 times he runs it, it's 4.5, 5 each one of those times, give or take.
Set and setting. Third and 3, go get me 4.
Late in the game.
And then with Klubnik, when you go
hand it off all game, pull it. And
then when you go back to 2023, Klubnik's first year starting, 454 pass attempts, 64% completion percentage, 2,844 yards, and 19-9 touchdown to interception ratio. So he obviously raised the touchdown number drastically and dropped the INT number. And that's the thing, and I highlight that to say that's what happens in year 1 to year 2 of starting, is those things change because the game slows down. Like quite literally, regardless of who the player is, usually when you get a full year under your belt, the next time the game slows down a tick. And so for Klubnik going from 23 to 24, his attempts went up, his completion percentage stayed the same, his yards went up, his touchdowns went up, and his interceptions went down.
His touchdowns and interceptions went down 3,
right.
Touchdowns went up 17.
Right, like that's
Jeez.
That's what happens when the game slows down and your decision making is good. And that's one of the things about Klubnik when I looked through is like that's what makes him good is he makes good decisions. Now, one of the things that I read some scouts and some people that watch the Clemson program talk about with them and their concerns, they said situational awareness, which isn't exactly decision-making to the point of kind of Nussmeier's concern. Like, his number one thing is decision-making. For Klubnik, they said situational awareness and performing off-platform. A lot of comparisons to Bo Nix and Cade Klubnik. And obviously LSU had some troubles with Bo Nix in his time. But some stats for Klubnik, they had a scrimmage on Friday, I believe. And this is just reports because from what I found out, I listened to some Locked On Clemson last night.
Oh.
And first off, no, I'm not trying to diss their guy that does Locked On Clemson. But it was
Sounds like you're about to.
quite literally a sunshine pumping show. Like, I was there.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no breakdown happening right now.
That's how all the Locked On shows are, I find.
See, I feel like LSU's is more
No, but I
measured,
also
even
think,
keeled.
like, I watched Locked On Ole Miss and USC last year, and I was like,
I mean,
this is
Locked
just
On-
propaganda.
Locked On Baylor was bashing LSU ahead of
Yeah,
the, but like
it's just propaganda.
So I listened to what I also found out is that the numbers they get from these scrimmages, Lloyd, are all through the lips of Dabo Swinney. They don't get to go watch and cover it. Like, everything they
Shout out
find,
LSU.
everything they're like reporting on is what Dabo's saying. So they're like, well, the running back for Clemson had a 50-yard run today. Like, did he, or did Dabo just say he did?
I mean, this reeks of old Les Miles.
That's the first thing my dad said when we were listening to it last night.
Richard Murphy ran for 212 yards today.
He said that's Les Miles.
And this is the second year in a row LSU's playing an opponent that has had that has allowed limited media access. USC wasn't allowed hardly any media access at all last year, and I remember that was kind of like the same
He
deal.
kicked him out.
Right.
Yeah,
And so, like, what they said, and they said Klubnik's stats from that scrimmage, 5 of 10 passing, 4 touchdowns.
Oh, okay, great.
So I was like, okay, first off,
So we just did red
5 of
zone.
10 passing is not very good. So let's
4
not.
touchdowns.
But four touchdowns out of those 5 passes, well, that means your second team defense is getting diced because if they're giving up a touchdown 4 out of 5 completions, it's
Yeah.
not very good.
That
So
sounds like a Dabo stat. Like, I don't know. He threw it 10 times.
it
probably
sounds
4
like
touchdowns.
It sounds like one-on-ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
you're not, like that
and so
could
they
be
were
red
like,
zone
and
period.
so the guy for Lock and Clemson was like, hey, Klubnik's putting the country on notice, not just LSU
my.
and the opponents. Like, the entire nation needs to pay attention.
4
As
touchdowns?
Klubnik goes 4 out of 5. I was like, no, actually, it was 5 out of 10. And he had these 4 touchdowns though.
and this
then
is
he
without
goes-
him being able to run.
And he was like, and he was like, he was throttling. I was like, who are you gonna say he was dicing up?
Clemson.
Like, what are we talking about? And so those were some stats from
I'll get
the
into
last
these. That's
scrimmage. 5 of 10 passing with 4 touchdowns. Some of the notes I have on Klubnik.
And 400 yards.
He's a very good athlete. He doesn't have elite arm strength, but he puts the ball in the right spot. He's very accurate. Last year he was 5th in the FBS in big-time throws with 28. And so a big-time throw from PFF means excellent location and timing, and it's either got to be further downfield or into a tight window. And so he had 28 of those big-time throws. And when talking about Nussmeier, obviously you hear about him a whole lot. And the concern is decision-making. And then on top of that, my things that I'm looking forward to this season for Nuss.
But this is
are,
Cade
like this is
Klubnik.
this is top tier. This is very, very good. This is why he's an elite quarterback.
That's an
That is
incredible throw.
And out like the layering of the football,
Mm-hmm.
the location and the timing.
You gotta
All
get him.
excellent.
And that's why he's good, because you want to be able to like get him off platform, off schedule, but he can also move.
Right. But when he's on schedule, it's going to be consistently good.
Like that's elite.
Like that's a good throw. Like that is
elite playmaking.
elite playmaking. Like this guy that like I'm very, very confident in Garrett Nussmeier. If there's anyone else I would say is the best quarterback in the country going into the season, it's this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this matchup on August 30th is between the 2 best quarterbacks in the country. Because on top of being crisp and being talented at the quarterback position, they are playmakers.
I mean, that's
like,
the opposite hash throw. Like you say arm strength all you want. That is not.
No, this is not an easy throw. Like, this is what Zach Mettenberger was doing that we thought we were seeing God.
Yep.
Like, he's going opposite hash to Jarvis Landry on an out. What? You know?
Throws that you've never seen made.
But, like, that's location, timing, and touch. All excellent. That's a strike. Mm-hmm. Like, he's good, man. He's good. And he can move. You saw it in those clips. And that's kind of the concern, is that he's going to keep plays alive, so this LSU defense has to be crisp.
And that was against Texas.
And so my concerns when talking about Nussmeier, the number one thing is decision-making, obviously. Like, that is just the stress on Nussmeier is, will he allow 0 to be the worst thing that happens, like him and Kelly talked about?
This is a concern.
Because, like,
Where's Tamarcus?
have you seen LSU stop this
Nope.
in the past 3 years? What is it? I mean, it's an option. It's a read option. Have you
That's
seen
a
that be
straight
stopped?
quarterback run?
Well, yeah, but like
Yeah, eye candy.
the eye candy of the handoff. Have you seen LSU stop that?
Nope.
Have you seen Jalen Milroe dice? And now, is Klubnik Milroe?
No.
No. But he's also not halfway running that. He's toting the rock.
He's not Nuss.
And so that's what I'm talking about, the decision-making. Like, that's the level of Klubnik where the worst thing that happens is 0. He only threw 6 interceptions. The worst thing that happens more often than not is 0 or maybe a sack. Because I did see he did get sacked a good bit last season. They didn't like that he took some of those. And with Nussmeier, it's like he's got to be able to do that. I don't need designed quarterback runs with Nussmeier, but like show the willingness to allow yourself to get 3, 4, 5 yards and get out of bounds and slide and keep the play alive rather than force into a tight window. So finding that balance. But the things I'm excited about for Nussmeier going into the season is the comfortability in the second year of this offense, comfortability of being a starter for the second season. His accuracy, I feel like, has improved, and it was good last year. And I feel like it's improved watching him at camp. And I'm excited to see the game slow down for him. Because he's got the brain, because he's a coach's son. Like, you know, he has the ability to diagnose and see and pick apart different things as a football player. But he got sped up a whole lot last season, where his feet, like, remember, Lloyd, we talked about this the other day, feet got jumpy. Mm-hmm. Like, you could see back there, like, his feet were like, it was like a little kid on the field for the first time, like, jumpy. When you looked at him at practice the other day, like, he is slowly going through progressions, and the bounce that he's doing is more on rhythm than not. And I know this, I'm not trying to say like I'm a quarterback guru, but one of the things I've noticed is when a quarterback is bouncing and it's not in rhythm, that means they're sped up or they're off.
Another
But
thing,
when they're bouncing in rhythm, that means they're doing something routine because it's comfortable.
Another thing we've noticed at practice is also his willingness to get outside the pocket, I feel like. I feel like last year he would kind of try to leave the pocket late. I feel like we haven't seen too many sacks taken where Nussmeier's kind of trying to he's getting bouncy and he's just sitting back there. He's really been able to bounce it outside, and he knows when to take off almost outside the pocket. Now, does he go across the line of scrimmage? He kind of looks down the field still, and that's probably a good thing, you know, his ability to emphasize. Is that the word?
I don't know what you're trying to say. His ability to what?
To
just say the whole sentence with the word emphasize, and I'll plug in the word you should have used.
No, don't worry about it. But his ability to what's the
Extend?
word? Extend. That's
There-
it.
Okay.
His ability to extend by getting out the pocket,
Right,
rolling
right.
left, even on that knee. So I think that's important.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
agree.
what you saw last year was, we were talking about it a little bit in the chat, like him throwing off platform
Yes.
is fine. Him throwing off his back foot, no bueno.
That's not off platform to
No,
me. That's
and that's where he got in trouble last year. Was
Right.
He would drift back instead of trying to escape left or right. It was, I'm trying to buy time by going
Right.
the wrong way.
Yes.
And it's like, because I trust this. And so I can make any throw off any, like, back foot, left foot, doesn't matter to me. Like, I can still fit it in that window. But whenever he started falling and drifting back and it became like that, talk about like the a little bit of antsiness in the pocket.
Right.
That needs to be developed into stepping up, sliding. Like, Joe Burrow is the best in the
yes.
game at it.
And that's the hope with Nussmeier this year, is that it slows down and he's able to manipulate the pocket move left, shift right, step up, do all the things right because
Take off.
that's what makes an offensive line better than they are.
There it is. Improvise.
There you
That's
go.
the word you're thinking of.
See, I was
Yes.
kind of close.
But like this, you talk about
That's
Nussmeier,
the development right there.
like Nussmeier in year 2. This is Cade Klubnik in year what?
That's year 1 to year 2.
Yep.
Or starting year 1 and starting year 2.
Sophomore to junior.
Yep. 25, 80, 19 to 8 ratio to
Fine
bump
quarterback,
it up
you know.
1,100 yards, 17 tuds, and drop the INTs down.
I mean, he scored 20 more touchdowns.
Like, this is what happens
When you get to play.
when the game slows down and you have that experience under your belt. And that's the hope, is Nussmeier will have that same kind of leap. But the other thing is, like, this is also Klubnik's going to be starting his third season. Like, that plays a factor. And so it's really interesting looking at these two quarterbacks because they do have similarities because they both elite ball placement. Elite, like, touch on the football, like layering and anticipation. They both are elite. You saw Klubnik on that video, and you've seen Nussmeier all last season where anticipation was elite. The layering of throws was elite. But the biggest difference between the two to me is Klubnik is much more willing to stray away from his right arm than Garrett Nussmeier is. And because of that, Nussmeier doubled him in interceptions and has almost 500 less rushing yards than Klubnik.
But with that, there's a metric that I have just stumbled across from CFB numbers. Big play versus bad play rates heading into 2025.
Yep.
And so when you look at this, like look at where Garrett Nussmeier is. All the way up here. So he'll make a big play.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is Cade Klubnik protecting the football.
Right.
So it's a give and a take between the two.
Well, and it's like the balance between 2022 Daniels to 2023 Daniels. Of like 2022 Daniels would have been very much in that lower tier of playing it safe. 2023 Jaden Daniels didn't play it as safe and trusted himself a little bit more. And so, like, it's funny the dynamic between Daniels at LSU from year 1 to year 2 and kind of where Nussmeier is from year 1 to year 2. Where with Daniels, you wanted him to unlock a little bit more and not be as tight and safe with the football. Nussmeier, you want him to dial it back a touch. And so it's an interesting dynamic. So one thing I know from watching them when I was kind of going through it last night and reading a lot about Klubnik and Nussmeier is I'm very excited to see these two quarterbacks get on the field and face off on August 30th. Like, extremely talented, and they both are going to be leading two very, very high-octane offenses, and I'm excited to see them go at it. But one thing that I know, and look, we're going to get into the position groups a little bit further, obviously as the weeks go on. But I'm gonna be interested to see how Harold Perkins is used with Cade Klubnik and his ability and willingness to run. Like, how much Perk spy do we see? Like, obviously, I don't think that's going to be the game plan to a sense, but like when you think back to Bryce Young in 2022, was Bryce Young was he Jalen Milroe? Like, he wasn't tucking it and running with it for, like, that's not the reason you were spying. You weren't spying him because of his ability to run and break off and gash long runs.
It was his improv.
It was the improv. And so to me, there's a similar kind of predicament with Klubnik of, okay, do we stick Perk to QB spying him? Not always every play, but like some of those big, high leverage downs, do you make Perk spy him to make sure that that improvisation is not there? It's not allowed.
And there's a world where you see Witt doing the same thing because Perk is not the only one that you can rely on to spy.
Not. You've also got Tylen Singleton. You've got C.J. Jimcolli. You've got Jordan Gilbert. You've got guys that you can use in that realm. I'm going to be interested to see how they do that. Like, how much emphasis they put on Cade Klubnik's ability to improvise.
It'll be interesting to see how much Clemson relies on his ability to run because
Right.
they don't have a running back room. Like they have a bunch of guys that are.
Hey, but that guy, he broke off a 50-yard run in that scrimmage. Dabo
Oh, did
said.
he?
Yeah, that's what Dabo.
Defense
that's
must
what Dabo
be
said.
ass.
That's what Dabo said. But yeah, he's a
They have
wide receiver turn running back.
and they have a 4-star freshman Gideon Davidson. That obviously Clemson's very high on, one of the best running backs in their class, they say. But the intrigue, Adam Randall from wide
Yes.
receiver to running back. And with that, if you don't have a proven running back, which it feels like LSU very much does.
Yes, oh my
And
gosh,
not only
yes.
one, but you can also, like, the talent in the room is, I think it's easier to speak on than speaking to Clemson's ability to recruit and what LSU has in the running back room versus Clemson. I'll take LSU's running back room all day.
Right.
And so if you have two guys that are unproven, you have one guy that is, and that's your quarterback. So I think there will be, you'll probably see how many attempts do you think you'll get from Cade Klubnik designed runs?
Design runs against LSU. I definitely think first drive they're going to try it.
I think you'll get over under 10 carries. Like designed.
Over.
I think you'll get
I
between
think
15, 12
drive,
to 15.
First 15 script, first 5 script, there will be a design Klubnik run to see, hey, we've seen more often than not LSU
can't
get
stop this.
gashed by this. And they've got playmakers. If you're going to drop back Klubnik, they heard the reports too. They know the talent LSU has on that defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
How do you take a defensive line out of the game is you have a quarterback that manipulates the offensive line, but also gets away from them.
Let them rush upfield and goes right by
Yes,
them.
goes right by him. Like, that's why you have to, like, that's why Bernard Gooden to me, and did you draft him on your team?
Bernard, no, it was no, did I?
Maybe, I
can't
don't know.
remember.
But like
yes, I
Bernard
did. That
Gooden
was
to me and those guys in the middle, I picked Don McKinley. Like, they're going to have such a huge role because you have to get pressure up the middle. What you can't have is what Hendon Hooker was really good at in 22, and you saw it when they beat LSU. When the pocket does this and there's a gap in the middle, he goes right through the interior, and so now you're kind of in a position of like you're getting gashed up the middle of your defense rather than forcing him to go around to the outside where you might have a linebacker that can take an angle. It's hard to get an angle when he's running right up the gut in an open field.
You have to maintain your rush lanes and rush integrity.
And you have to get some pressure up the middle of it. And so it's going to be interesting to see how much they go to that. And I think play first drive, the first 3 downs of the game, they're going to go to a Klubnik designed run to try and gash LSU. Because then if that happens, they're going to go back to it again.
Oh,
and again.
That could be their offense.
And again.
That's
and
third and
again.
short.
Well, it's Alabama and LSU. Mm-hmm. They saw that you couldn't stop Miller once. What did Saban 2 years ago and DeBoer last year, what did they do? They went back to it again and again and again because I'm going to run it. LSU did it in 2021 to Florida. Until you show me you can stop counter, I'm going to run counter and give it to TDP every time. What's the saying? If it ain't broke, what?
Don't fix it.
So, they're going to try to gash you with Cade Klubnik. And if it works, you're going to see it again.
Alabama
and
ran
again.
it 48 times against LSU.
Last year?
Mm-hmm.
Jalen
Miller only carried it 12 times.
And he had, 3 touchdowns?
185 yards and 4 touchdowns with a long of 72. But outside of that, LSU did a moderately good job of, they don't have a problem stopping the run. It's stopping the running quarterback.
Right. They had, 2023, they couldn't stop anything. Last year, they played relatively good run defense. And I think that's one of the things I've been impressed with the most from fall camp is how good they are against the run.
Because Brian Kelly talked about it, Friday? If he can hang his hat on anything, it is his ability to develop, recruit, and put people in the league from the offensive line and tight end.
Yeah, play the clip.
And that's where he was he can brag about that. That's my.
I'm not even gonna push back.
No, that's my first dick on the table. It's
right.
Look, you can't say anything about it because it's
proven
true.
track record.
Yes.
If you're gonna trust anybody's opinion on what a good offensive line is, you can feel however you want about Brian Kelly. My co-host across from me is there with you majority of the time. He's got a proven track record at the offensive line position. That was the first thing when you hired Brian Kelly. You were like, you know what? We've kind of gone stale from an O-line standpoint at LSU, and they just put 4 in the league last year. 4 O-linemen from your line got drafted. And you go back before that, Anthony Bradford got drafted from that line in 2022. Like, they put him in the league. And so if you're going to take anyone's word on what a good offensive line looks like, you might think BK is blowing smoke. But more often than not, he's been able to put talented offensive linemen into the league, and he knows what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, look, I've coached, for a long time. Had a lot of guys in the NFL, a lot of first-round draft picks. I think I got a pretty good eye for what an offensive line looks like. This group is going to be really good. We don't have a Will Campbell, right? He's the 5th pick in the draft. But we have 5 guys that play well together. And it starts with the center. Our center position and Braylon Moore kind of sets up the rest of the group for success. His combination work is outstanding. His recognition of fronts, getting us to be an elite offensive line. If you have a center that can kind of set the stage for that, it allows everything else to kind of fall into place, and it's starting to fall into place quite nicely.
But yeah, look, and honestly, I kind of like that answer.
Hell yeah!
And that was like a real BK of do you know who I am? And that's not like that fake confidence we've talked about in some answers where it's it feels like he's being meticulous about what he's saying.
My resume speaks for itself.
And he's not even dissing them. He's not saying you don't know what you're looking at. What he's saying is I do, and you can see how I know.
Because it does. It should calm. So, because what's the biggest question mark? What's the biggest concern going into Clemson has been, what's the offensive line going to look like? What's the play going to be? You lost your bookend tackles.
Right.
I think the most telling answer to that was talking about center and Braylon Moore, because you saw the struggles last year.
Yes.
And that's no slight to DJ Chester. He was an unenviable task of being a freshman in the SEC and starting at center for the first time. I don't expect that to go great.
No.
But to bring in a veteran like Braylon Moore, who has played against Clemson already.
Right.
Multiple times.
Yes.
And then to have that, he's it all kind of it stems from that, right? You build it from the middle out. And now you have somebody in the middle that you can absolutely rely on, and that's why the addition of Braylon Moore to me is kind of changes what you're looking at. If you had Braylon Moore last year, the offense looks different.
Oh, 1,000%. And that's one of the things that I've taken away from fall camp that I've loved. One of my biggest raves about LSU fall camp that I've seen up to this point. Braylon Moore playing center, identifying the mic, and getting everyone organized. And when you don't have that, and it's not coming from your center, which is basically your second quarterback on the field. Because last year, it was trying to come from it's on Nussmeier's shoulders on top of everything else. Will Campbell's trying to get everything organized from the left side, which will allow him where he starts to false start. And then the pressure and the assignment goes on Chester, and he has a snap infraction and all. It was just a very tough dynamic. What do you fix that problem with? How do you solve that issue? Is you go out and you get an experienced veteran center that can handle all those tasks and carry that weight. You're no longer putting that weight on DJ Chester and Campbell and Nussmeier. You brought in one player that takes all of that off their plate. And so far, what I've seen through camp, he's done an excellent job at doing those tasks. And you cannot have a good offensive line. You saw it last year. This is not a diss to DJ Chester. You can talk about left tackle and how important it is for your quarterback's blind side because it's important. You can have as much talent on that line as you want. You had 4 NFL guys last year. And it was still kind of a iffy season from an offensive line standpoint, from a penalty perception and playmaking as well. And how do you solve that? It's because the center is the center of it all. And LSU went out, brought an experienced veteran in that I think is going to allow some of those issues to be fixed and saw those problems solved. And I love that, like Lloyd said, that part of the answer talking about Braylon Moore is awesome because when that's in line and when that's the first thing they announced Braylon Moore as the starting center before they announced anybody else on the line. That's a win. when you know who your guy is, and not only that, you went out and you said, hey, that guy, we need him here. Brought him in to do those things, and it's obviously working out if they're that willing to already dub him the guy. And so...
And it does feel like they said in the chat, like it feels like for the first time, they're talking about defensively, LSU kind of does have the horses to be able to stop a Cade Klubnik quarterback run. But
Yes.
I bring that up because of the LSU athletes that have been brought in. And correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like now more than ever, Brian Kelly is more bought in than ever. Like it feels like, because Seville asked in the chat, he goes, question, will success for Brian Kelly winning championships ruin him like Ed Orgeron or drive him to do better? I think he has one thing left to check off of his list. I don't know what that looks like if he wins the national championship and what it looks like after, but I know if he is still, and that's why I mentioned the buy-in,
Right.
it feels like he's more bought in than ever because he has the horses. He knows that this is a team that is capable of winning a national championship, and if he wasn't bought in now, then what's the point of doing the job?
Well, because on top of that, we've talked
He
about
knows
this.
he needs one to be able to say, I'm a legitimate head coach.
And
like,
if
I
it
was one of the
doesn't
best to ever do it.
happen this season,
What am I looking at now?
what's next?
Yeah. And that's the pressure he's put, like,
Right.
that's the pressure that's on him that's real.
That's what happens when
He
you
doesn't
go out
have
and
any excuses.
When you bring in plug-and-play guys from the portal that are only going to be here 1 year. Like, Ole Miss's defense is going to take a step back because they went out and they paid for 1 year to go all in Jackson Dart, and it didn't work. LSU's in a very similar position, and it's funny the comparison between the two because of Austin Thomas. But, like, LSU's in that position where you went out and you went all in on these positions because you have Garrett Nussmeier coming back at quarterback.
Well, and you saw it on any given Saturday. Like, the conversation was, the entire linchpin was Garrett Nussmeier.
Yes.
Like,
Everything.
what
And
does
that's
that
he's everything.
Right. And
Everything.
so once you got that domino to fall, it's like, all right, we have him. Let's go. Where's Barry and Brown?
Where's Patrick Payton? Where's Bernard Gooden? Where's AJ Halsey? Where's Mansour Delane? Make sure we check all these other boxes because with him, we have a chance to win it all. But you got to have the pieces around him.
And I think, yeah, because I would be very, obviously, a hypothetical. If you don't get Nussmeier back, I wonder what they do in the portal. Like, I wonder if they make all of those moves, those 1 year moves.
Right.
You can't win a national championship without a quarterback. And so I don't know if they even go as far as they did. And then you can have that's why I think that conversation around Bryce Underwood's like, oh, they saved all of this money, so they got to spend. Like, I don't know if they spend it that way. Like, they're going to still be competitive, but I think they would have waited another year.
Yeah, I mean, things have to go right for these dynamics
But
to
once
work.
you had Nuss, like, we're all in.
Yes, it was like we got to make it work. And they've got the horses, man. And that adds to the pressure, but the pressure is necessary this season. Got to make it happen.
BB, I agree. If Kelly does win one, I think retirement is closer than farther away.
I agree. Like if he wins one this season, he does not make it through to that 10th year of this deal.
No way.
And I wouldn't fault him.
No, I mean that's why he's here.
That's why he's here.
To check that box,
He's using us like we're using him.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
Because like my biggest
As long
thing,
as
and I've
we're all
always
aligned
said
in what we're trying to do here.
I've always, and that's the alignment. That's the word they've always used. And this has been my thing with Kelly from the jump. Is you went out and you got him here because you needed a program rebuilt. It was in shambles. Like I know people say, well, on that roster, I mean, you still had a lot of O guys in 22 that made that team good. Yes, you were able to hold on to some key players like Jacqueline Roy and Jay Ward and BJ Ojolari and like key play Micah Baskerville on that defense that made plays.
Bringing in Makai Wingo.
From a program standpoint, LSU was in the dump when O left. Like, you were the laughing stock. You won a national championship 2 years ago, and now you're just
You can't
you
get
have
bowl
a
eligible.
wide receiver playing quarterback. Shout out to John Trey Kirkland.
We fight like tigers.
We fight like tigers, man. We fighting tigers, man.
What y'all talking about?
We got 11. We going to play. And BJ Ojolari's like,
Yeah.
yeah. But like, you had to do that because of what your roster where it was. And now he's been able to build the program back up. Was he maybe a little wrong in thinking he could do it his way? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Adjusted. Had to adjust. Did adjust. And we'll go from there, man. I'm excited to see what it looks like August 30th. Like, I got more excited for August 30th watching the film on these two quarterbacks and going through the stats and reading the scouting reports because, man, it's going to be a big-time football game on August 30th, man. Like, these two quarterbacks, I'm telling y'all, are as good as it gets. Mm-hmm. There have not been many times you've seen a matchup between two quarterbacks this level of talent. This early in the, like, not being a playoff game.
The funniest thing is, like, watching those, like, Cade Klubnik highlights, like, it's
Texas.
Boys, chat, ting pins, crowd. It's going to happen to you too.
Yes.
There's going to be a 3rd and 8 where he gets 15.
It's
not going to, just get ready for it. This is going to be a Hollywood production.
This is like,
there's no reason for this game not to come down to the absolute
top
wire.
Tier quarterback play to the
He's gonna make plays for like how to.
Give me another regular season quarterback matchup that like
I don't know if you
live
can.
in infamy. Like Burrow and Tua was kind of going to like was that I guess you could say like Tua was still a little like he's a little injured, he's a little shook up at that point, but like Burrow and Tua was like. Tua was the number 1 overall pick going into that season. Burrow's the breakout star. Like,
if you had,
but this is the first game of the year,
crazy.
man. Like, there's no buildup.
I guess
of the season before.
I guess Burrow and Ellinger, because Ellinger was.
But yeah, I mean, but it was still like Burrow was still like a improvement. Yeah. Like these two are like they're fighting for the number 1 overall pick on Saturday night. Chris Williams, dogfight, August 30th, 60 minutes.
Lost the fucking game.
Let's go. I'm telling you, when I sat and I watched these two quarterbacks film and read the stats and read it, I was more excited than I have been because, like, that's like just the football fan in me coming out of, like, these two guys are really good at football.
Oh, like,
you're watching professional quarterbacks go at it.
I think it's also funny how, so if you don't know, Dabo's quote around the offseason has been, go do it. Brian Kelly's 1-0. So it's like, they know.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's.
Well, if you're Clemson, you'll be fine to drop one. You're in the ACC.
Yeah, I mean, just let us have it.
Yeah.
I want to take it.
Give it
Screw
to
that.
me.
I want to take it. Don't just hand it over. I want to go into that stadium and watch them run down that hill and slap that rock and look at their doofus head coach sprinting down onto the field, and I want to go and take it from them. God, I can't wait.
Hope that Omar curse hits Dabo and he falls running down.
There you go.
It's going to happen at some point.
At some point, it's bound. It's bound. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by CAS.
They should do, what is it, Red Dragon, where they light the guy on a wheelchair on fire and roll him down the hill.
Oh, gosh, that's a thing.
There he goes.
I mean, I like the caption, though, because that's real. Oh, I'm coming. Up. Appreciate you holding the door for me.
This is unbelievable. Like, look at me, Lewis.
Can't lose to that guy.
You don't play.
Can't lose to that guy.
You don't play.
Can't lose to that guy.
I know.
Absolutely can't. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by CAS Roofing and Advising, based out of Central Louisiana. They do great work. I swung by a couple of their jobs last week, sat down, talked with the guys. They're working hard. There's some new rules, some new things coming down with the roofing industry. And they are making sure they are ready to handle all of it for the homeowner, so that stress is off of your shoulders. So make sure if you've got any sort of damage, if you just think that some of the grit from your roof has hit the ground and you're just curious on what the condition of your roof is, call them 225-910-0619. Our guy, Pierce Patterson, will come out there, check out your roof, no charge. Hopping up there, double check it, make sure you're good, and he'll let you know what the deal is. And if you're within 50 miles of their office and you've got a 10-year-old or older roof, you'll get put in the drawing for some LSU football tickets this season. So make sure you call 225-910-0619. Your project manager right there is in the chat. So if you do get a roof through CAS and they're there putting it on, guess who's going to be sitting in your driveway, pulling the dump trailer, making sure everything's taken care of? That guy, Gage Evans, in the chat right there. So he'll be ready to talk some ball with you as well. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of Tingle & Co. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back with more an hour or two after this.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
In any sort of way? I'm not sure what you're asking, but yeah, I think communication starts back at the safety position, and I think we've got two guys that do a great job back there. I think Deshaun has grown immensely in his communication back there. AJ, those four guys have done a really good job of getting us lined up, communicating effectively, which is, in fact, made it, from a perception standpoint, look like, you know, there's a lot more continuity and consistency with the group because they're doing a really good job. You know, we're really running, you know, until Jakeem had a little bit of a pull, we were running 6 corners out there, and that's a lot. So you better have great communication. I think your question is grounded in, I think the ability to coordinate things on the back end starts with the safeties and their communication, and it's been really good.
All right, welcome back in here. As I thought we were opening up hour number 2, actually we're closing it out.
Yeah, whoops.
We went to break. I looked at the clock and realized it was 8:26. But what the saying is? Time flies when you're having fun, and I was enjoying talking some LSU football quarterback room, Clemson quarterback room with you guys in the chat, and you two guys here. It is week. College football starts on Saturday, fellas, or Friday.
And with
Saturday.
that comes
Kansas State, Iowa State, and Dublin.
Yo.
Ew.
What you got? I thought you were about to go full Irish on me.
Oh, grace.
What were you about to say before that?
What's the saying about something about my penis is Dublin?
My money's Dublin. Something like that.
I like this. Is it because of him? The man between us.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I'm
Arthur fucking Shelby.
I might be Irish the way I see green and the way my money be Dublin.
Yeah.
Here's Josh Pate's playoff prediction.
What we got here?
Yeah.
Holy brain rot. Brain rot, Josh.
Holy. Let's see how many replies we can get.
And I like Josh. Like, I do. Like, I watch
There's
his
no
show,
world in
like,
which this is going to happen.
What am I? Penn State number
He
1.
has gone all in on engagement bait.
Alabama wins the SEC? Question mark. Texas still top 3 though. Clemson obviously
and Florida and Georgia.
Florida and Georgia in. Wow.
So he obviously has Clemson beating LSU.
Yep. He also has Florida probably beating LSU and Alabama beating LSU.
So LSU 3-loss team. Just
Nebraska gets in. Notre Dame gets in. Like most of these teams, I agree. Like Boise State, I would say
hit all of the biggest college football fan bases.
Man,
except for
besides LSU.
Well, no,
but pissed that one off.
Exactly. This is very good. This is great engagement bait, Josh. That's why you're who you are.
There's 2 sides to every coin with every single take he has.
Yeah,
he doesn't even have takes. There's just 2 sides to every take. So it's like this.
Yeah, no, I mean you choose Penn State because they're a layup, and Ohio State still gets in layup. Nebraska is one of the biggest fan bases in the country, and make them believe that they're real.
Dylan Raiola.
Notre Dame, same thing. Alabama, one of the biggest fan bases, make them. You know what? I told you guys we were right. Josh Payton knows it. We're good.
We're going playoff.
We're going playoff. You guys thought we weren't good because of Ty Simpson.
His model.
We're getting a bye. We're still in there.
His model said we're going to be in the playoffs, so I trust his model.
Sound like Hunter Hall.
Vegas Deacons, CFB Blue Bloods, LSU. I said no. Okay.
See, now that discussion is different.
LSU Blue Blood.
I don't get upset about that.
No, me either, but it's just a fact.
It depends what your definition of blue blood is.
So you're saying like
there are blue bloods and there are new bloods. Like in men's college basketball, UConn is not a blue blood on the same realm as Duke and Kansas and UCLA. Like those are blue bloods. UConn's not, but UConn has dominated the last 2 decades. And so technically they are a top-tier blue blood program.
Blue blood and household names?
A new blood. Blue blood and new blood.
Yeah.
LSU's a new blood. Georgia's a new blood. Like, where over the last 10, 20 years, they've been a dominant program. But when you go back, Alabama, Oklahoma, Nebraska, like those teams are USC, like those teams are the blue bloods of the sport. So.
Yeah, Steveville, exactly. 3 decades, like.
Right, but it's just like I get that as our time goes on, it feels like it's been long enough. They've been good, but like blue blood, the definition just goes back to the beginning.
Yeah, but now the blue bloods aren't. Just because you're blue blood doesn't mean you're good.
No, blue blood does not mean you are the top tier class of the sport right now at all. Blue blood just means
back in the day.
Back in the day, you were a dominant program, and then just those things like Nebraska, it fizzles out.
God, I've never seen anything sadder than when I went to Omaha the first time. And obviously, I guess, they have college football there. And we stayed at this Airbnb, awesome house. But the guy's search history was just old Nebraska on the YouTube, like 1998 Nebraska football, 1980 Nebraska. I was like, God, this isn't even fun to watch. Like, you're basically listening to a stethoscope.
Right. It's
like, you're something you can even, like, Tommy Frazier.
Pain.
Like, that was 40 years ago. And he's like, we're still them.
Yeah, that can be back. Dylan
that's
Raiola.
like going back to
Dylan Raiola.
I don't want to, I'll watch Billy Cannon on Halloween. But if that's the only thing LSU had, like, still do it every year.
Right.
Like, bring up the Halloween run.
Mm.
Like, That would have suffered, like, ugh.
Yeah, sad, truly sad. Speaking of sad, the Saints played football yesterday, and
my
Christian,
gosh.
I know you say you didn't watch the entirety of the game, but you're our resident Saints
Y'all really
fan.
putting preseason coverage on me? Like, gosh.
Of course. Who you think I want to do it? No, it's on you.
I was just at the fantasy football draft, and it was on the television. I was like, oh, Saints are
I
playing.
watched it, this is what I'll say. Starting offensive line looked abysmal. Like, Tyler Shuck had his lunch money taken consistently. Now, I think his biggest drive ended, and it was not his fault. Chris Olave just blatantly dropped a football. Like, was in his hands, and he tried to move before he had it, and it was a drop. And to me, like, that ruined his best momentum he had in the game. And will Rattler get kind of the nod after the game? Yeah, he put on the drive at the end of the game was excellent. Like that final 2-minute drive to tie the game up, the throw for the touchdown, and then to run for the 2-point, like that was excellent. Let us not forget, and I love the response, but that interception he threw in the red zone before the drive prior was awful. Like, I sat there and I was like, what did he see? Like, it was not open ever, but he had predetermined the throw.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying, too. It's
like, it's Madden where you're like, I'm throwing it to A on this play.
no matter what.
No matter what. And so he
Why'd
just
I do that?
looked, and he never looked at the defense, he just threw it, and it was just a bad pick. But that drive before that interception I thought was a good drive. And the drive after, obviously the 2-minute to tie the game was excellent.
And, oh, God, Gage, he threw it to a lineman. Like, there were some spots that are like, this is maybe the worst football team I've ever seen.
Can't score touchdowns. Like, that was their second touchdown of the preseason.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been the story of Rattler. Like, Rattler just doesn't get them into the end zone, like he didn't last year. He hasn't through the preseason.
Yeah.
And then, like, Shuck obviously had the big throw to Tipton. That's the only touchdown before that Rattler throw to Pettis. Like,
and
they didn't score
Tipton's
touchdowns.
Good.
Tipton's looked
great.
good. He's like, but man, like, I'm letting you all know now.
This is a 3-win team.
What do you think their over-under win total is?
4.5.
It is. How did you know that? You just knew that already?
I think I knew that
Way to
yesterday.
ruin the game.
But, like, and a lot of money is going to be put on under because they are a bad football team.
If I can,
and the offensive line, to me, I don't understand why it's bad. Because when you look at it, it should be a serviceable O-line.
It is young.
You look at somewhat, two of the guys. Your tackles are young.
Yeah.
But they've performed well. It's been Cesar Ruiz who's been awful.
Right. The guys you don't expect.
Like, Ruiz has not been good. And so, man, if you are planning on being a Saints fan this year,
buckle up.
prepare yourself, friends. Like, understand. And I feel bad. The person I feel bad for the most is Kellen Moore. Like,
We got to talk to Kay Adams.
yeah, so there's a win, I
It's a
guess.
It's not that bad. He's
But,
fine.
man,
Why is this? Never mind.
it was tough, man.
Defense will be salty.
Defense is good. I love
Bet
Brandon
the
Staley.
under in every game the Saints play.
Staley is a very, very good
He'll be here
DC.
for a year.
The under is going to get to be too low.
Yeah, I don't know what you. I guess
Like, it's going to be like
31.
3.5.
I think Stutzman's a good football player. The
Of course, yeah.
linebacker from Texas, Ford, had a great interception at the end of the game. He's looked good.
You
But-
just the Saints need to hit on these rookies, man. It's
Those
like, it's
rookies,
like the Pelicans.
they
They need to
pan
hit
out.
on
Yeah,
these rookies.
Sanker looked good. He had that the INT at the end of the game to seal the tie.
If you're a Saints fan, the best thing that you could do with your time is watch LSU
Yes.
because that might be your quarterback.
And then on Sundays, watch,
And that's what they do, you know. If one's
enjoy
bad,
the Bengals or the Commanders.
you know,
Because at least you got something to root for there.
when LSU was going through it, you know, Drew Brees was on the
No, I'm
docket for Sunday.
saying like watch LSU intently because if you're as bad as I think the Saints might be, Garrett
Right.
Nussmeier
We'll definitely
might be.
watch game one because one of those two might end
Yeah.
up being your quarterback.
Yeah. If we could combine the LSU offense with the Saints defense, man.
No, that was
it's
my.
like,
I mean, that was my childhood.
Yeah, I mean, that was like
It might be it
2011, if you give the Saints offense that 2011 LSU defense.
That 2011
I'm telling
LSU
you,
defense could have been a professional defense. It
if
would have been just fine.
And that year to me is the one. Like, if you, the Saints 2011 offense and the LSU 2011 defense, like, that was the epitome of that conversation.
That was the state.
Because, like, I'm going to pull up the 2011 Drew Brees stats.
Dude, I would say like more 2016.
Yeah, but
In 2011, Drew Brees threw for 5,476 yards, 46 tuds, and 14 picks.
It didn't sniff an MVP.
And let's see what the Saints
Man of the year.
2011
Man of the
record
year, right.
was. Yeah, Offensive Player of the Year he got. The Saints.
Who won MVP
Well,
that
they were
year?
good. Yeah, they were good in 2011. But then they lost in the that was the San Francisco 49ers game.
Yeah, that was one of their best teams.
That was a good team. But man, it was rough. Like 2011, what was it? It was 2012 to
15,
2017.
16. Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
17 was the first good year.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
because
right, Rodgers.
that 2011 they had like 3 quarterbacks throw for 5,000.
Yeah, the offense had changed. He threw
Yeah.
45 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
Yeah,
Drew Brees came in second with 2 votes.
with 2 votes.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah,
I still think he should have won it.
That's what they say. Jared Hills.
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 2011
2011
was a good
Saints
team.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that.
That was an
Well,
absolute gut punch.
that 49ers loss was.
Yeah.
A gut punch.
Who's that?
Vernon
was it
Davis.
Vernon Davis?
Alex Smith on the quarterback keeper.
Yep.
Nobody was around.
Hunter Hall, can we go through the SEC and predict their records?
We'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we won't do that today, but I do like that because there was a question in Discord that I wanted to give a shout out so that y'all know that I am in there and I do see things.
I'm going to start doing it.
I need to
swear.
get. You sent the link, Lloyd, and it was to your personal profile.
Hell yeah, brother.
So I couldn't get
I'll
in.
send the link.
It's called
for you.
Self
not
Pub.
in.
And the question was, let's see, where's it at? Football.
Double Vernon Davis. Yeah, he got
Biscuits 87 said,
Oh.
how many SEC schools can finish 10-2 or better in the regular season? Seems like 6 or 7 seem to think they can get there, or else they're going to be disappointed. I'm counting on Hugh to be paid out by Halloween.
SEC teams or ACC teams?
SEC teams.
Oh, okay.
Like how many can go 10-2? Because he said it seems like there are 6 or 7 that seem to feel like they can. And I thought that's right. Like there are a lot of teams, particularly like that mid-level of the SEC. You obviously have like the 4 at the top with Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU that all think they can do that. Then when you go to that mid-level, the Ole Miss, the A&M, the Florida, like those teams that think, you know what, we can, the Oklahoma, like we can do that too. It'll be
Do some
interesting.
things right.
So
Okay, so just going to like, if we just want to do the bottom 4, who would you pick? Kentucky, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Missouri. Everybody outside of that,
bad.
outside of that, they all think they could probably win the SEC.
Yes,
And
everyone
they're-
outside of that thinks they.
have a legitimate shot.
South Carolina, no, yeah, that same mid, like those teams, like to me, Georgia, Texas, Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss, A&M, Florida, Oklahoma, South Carolina,
And Diego Pavia.
and Vanderbilt all think that they can win.
Did y'all see Diego Pavia go and Feinbaum and say that he thought they could win the SEC or something?
They thought he'd
Feinbaum
win a
started
national
laughing at him.
championship, he said.
Feinbaum started laughing.
I mean,
This is my thing on the Pavia. Like,
he really wants to be Johnny Manziel.
I understand
Yeah.
And so it
Yeah.
reeks of just
Vanderbilt will never be that level of program, ever. And Pavia is a good quarterback.
You
Talented.
tell me I can't do something. Guess what I do? I go out and do it. Like, cool, Diego.
But, and so, like, I can't be upset with Diego saying his goal is a national championship because,
should
like,
be.
you're an athlete. That's what you should.
Yeah.
You should want to win the national championship.
But he has the aspirations of a child.
Brother, let's also have an understanding of where we're at.
You only want a natty for attention.
Yeah, God, don't give him the
Vanderbilt has
podium.
been the laughing stock of the league for
ever.
Their stadium was under construction the first time they beat Alabama. Come on.
And it needed a new construction because the field goal post ended up in the river.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Sorry, Hunter Hall.
Yep, rest in peace.
God, that would be brutal. I mean, LSU did lose
But
to
yeah,
Troy.
we'll do that later this week. Tomorrow will be running back room conversation, which I think is a very interesting one. So let's make sure
Because
we
they've
all,
added a new body to the room.
We're all going to do some assignment, some homework. Tonight.
Let's all learn ball.
We're all going to learn ball tonight. I want everyone to be prepared.
We'll
to
do it in the
talk
Discord.
Running backs tomorrow morning.
I'll take 30.
Malachi
Lane, yeah.
Maliki.
We're not all taking a running back. We're all going to take our own notes on
Okay,
each team's
okay.
running back room. So we can have a good, nice discussion about LSU versus
Would you
Clemson
say,
from a running back
like, if we
standpoint.
want to find, like, if we go position by position group and try to grade out LSU Clemson,
Right. Well, I have grades for the quarterback room one here as well.
I think it's a wash.
I have both are A rooms.
Yeah, like if you
I
have
would
to
say
put a
A
check or
plus
an
from a
X
starter
next
standpoint.
to,
It's A plus
you have to put a check or an X next to one of the teams. Which one are you putting a check next to?
from quarterback.
Yes.
It's tough because I'm having an internal battle.
Take your.
Oh, also to be included, Clemson's backup is Christopher Vecina and LSU's is Michael Van Buren. Those are the backups' names.
That's not the game I want to watch.
Just so y'all know that. If I had to put a check next to one and an X next to another, if I'm going to be completely unbiased, I'm going to bet on the guy going into his third year starting that showed the growth and the ability to extend plays, improvise, and not give it to the other team. And I would probably put the check by Klubnik.
I'll take Nuss.
See, this
Which is fine. I would rather take Nuss.
This is the second time Noah has picked against LSU. Picked, a week ago you said, right now, Clemson's going to be at LSU, which is fair. I see why. But
Well, I mean, my argument on that was the Clemson that they've been made out. I put the Clemson they've been made out to be by the media, and the LSU I can actually go see with my own two eyes.
someone has to pick the latter. So,
Well, I think the flip side of that conversation would be true if I was covering Clemson very closely,
yeah.
and I just saw a
get-
storytell view of LSU in the media. I would feel the same way the other way.
Well,
But from a quarterback standpoint, the reason I'm going that direction unbiasedly is just because I think Garrett Nussmeier is a much more gifted football player than Klubnik is. But Klubnik will be going into his third year starting. He made such a drastic improvement from year 1 to year 2. You would assume from 2 to 3 he would improve again. And it's the legs, man.
yeah.
The legs play
I
factor.
think he plateaus. Give me Nuss.
Yeah, I mean, how much better can you truly get?
Yeah,
if he
right.
does exactly what he did last year,
That was a
would be-
phenomenal season.
Yeah. But my only, I guess, pushback as to why I would pick Nussmeier is who he has around him.
I agree.
That's what I would say.
But I think Clemson's offense is their wide receiver room not as deep as LSU's.
But serviceable.
I think they have a very, very good number one.
We'll get into that throughout the week.
Well, then you'll hear about it on Wednesday. That'll be the wide receiver room conversation.
I think I'll pick a Nussmeier because I just think LSU's more versatile at wide receiver. I think you've got
I'm with
size, speed,
I'm with
gadgets.
I'm not trying to fall victim to the fact that I'm seeing that up close.
Right.
And I just don't see Clemson's this
But I'm not
week,
going to
you know?
blindly pick Clemson. I think that's where Lloyd's at too.
Well, it's not blindly.
No,
Well, no, like I'm saying, like if I was up
We're just
close to
basing the
Clemson-
quarterbacks off one another, and I think when you look at the numbers, I mean,
not a wrong answer. If you truly
36-6
and
ratio is
That's disgusting
you had 7 more touchdowns.
in a good way.
yeah, and he had 7 rushing tuds, like 43 touchdowns to 6 picks.
It's crazy.
It's impressive. But one thing I can guarantee you is that it's going to be good quarterback play on August 30th.
Yeah, that would be the shocker of all shockers.
So,
Like, you name their backups again. I know Van Buren. What's the other one?
Alex Holbrook. Wait, what'd you say?
The
The Clemson backup, Christopher Vecina.
Christopher Vecina versus Michael Van Buren
Vecina.
doesn't actually make it move.
They have
No.
We have two revolutionary
Garrett
war
Nussmeier
heroes
versus Cade
going at it.
Klubnik makes it move.
Alex Holbrooks. I'm glad you mentioned that. Clemson fan here, and it sounds like that our defensive line should have the upper hand, and
Yes.
the wide receiver room at Clemson is large. This is going to be fun.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you for tuning in, and I appreciate the lack of
Yeah.
anger.
See you August 30th.
But yeah, Alex, I think Clemson's defensive line talk of the town. And the wide receiver room, from everything I've heard, is going to be very good. And we are going to go into that as the week goes on. This is offense week. Quarterback today, running back tomorrow, wide receiver on Wednesday, tight end on Thursday, and Friday we'll end it off with everyone's favorite talking point, the offensive line. And then next week we'll start with defensive tackles on Monday, edge on Tuesday. There you go, Christian. Wednesday, linebackers, Thursday, corners, and safeties on Friday. So that will be the position group breakdown as the weeks go on. It's time to connect athletically like we do every single morning. Hunter Hall said he did it perfectly this morning. So we'll connect athletically. We'll do a little bit of trivia. We'll get out of here as LSU will be on the practice field today with immediate availability, so we'll go check that out this morning.
It's getting to that point where we're getting these Clemson spies coming.
I'm all for it.
War,
I'm
you
all
know?
for it.
I'm all for it. We had an
Russian
Clemson
spy,
fan in
you
earlier. What
communist.
was his name? I saw the logo in his profile picture. Donde está? See if I can find him. Dr. Chef.
Dr. Chef, 2 drops.
He said it probably was red zone, LOL, talking about the Klubnik 5 of 10 4 tuds. And then he said, I wouldn't call Klubnik a scrambler, but he can kill you running if you let him. Which?
Who do you think's faster?
That sounds like a good quarterback.
Between the two, Klubnik.
But a foot
Wait, but Brian Kelly said Nussmeier ran 20 miles per hour.
22.
And he said that Don McKinley ran out of weights in the weight room.
Yep.
That's true.
I think he meant room on the bar, by the way.
Well, yeah, they have enough weights in the
think-
weight room,
I think they
promise.
squat
Yeah,
with
it was
the
in a
bumper
poverty
plates on.
program.
Yeah, they just can't. They can't put that many on the bar. Let's see, we've got
2
the
bars.
2 bars. Put 2 on its back. Let's see. All right.
Where's the Liberty play?
Assignment, duty, role.
The New York Liberty. Oh, yeah. Assignment, duty, role, position.
Yes.
There we go. Beautiful.
Function.
And then we've got,
Sit back, drop back,
yeah.
maybe.
Storm back. Start back.
Yes.
No.
Storm back,
No.
Bulls back.
Fantasy football. Start, sit, add, drop.
Yeah. Good job. Look at you, fantasy football host over there.
That's right.
Let's see.
Grange.
Bulls, Storm, Liberty, USA. What?
USA.
Brian Burgess. Raiders, Bulls, Card, Grange. Red Bulls, Red Card.
Red balls.
Red
Cocaine in a
Raiders.
can.
What's a red card?
What's a
Soccer-
red card?
soccer something.
Soccer, Christian.
Red card? Oh.
Oh my God.
A penalty?
it's
Christian,
one
you're the
word.
soccer guy.
Yeah.
Give him the cheese.
Right here?
A little footy.
Let me see your
Don't
form.
extend that.
What, armpits? I have a pit stain?
No.
No. Again with this.
Red card.
Uh-huh.
Can you take your name? Thank you.
There you go. Alex Holbrooks, look, both teams are looking for a natty. This is going to be a great test. The best QB in the SC versus best in the ACC. The game will be won in the trenches. Spike the ball. Amen, Alex. Appreciate you being here.
Wait,
Christian,
don't spike it. We need the clock to
no,
run.
spot the ball.
Spot the ball. Red card.
Doofus, literally the soccer guy. Damn it.
Literally the soccer guy. No, that's true. I was
What's a red
I
card?
couldn't believe you said, what's a
Yeah.
red card?
And stuff.
You watched
I think
Premier
it's like
League.
a mascot.
You watched Premier League yesterday.
What's a Red Bull?
What's a touchdown?
Yeah, Jesus. What's this celebrity look like? Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's McDreamy. What's his name from
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy?
It's definitely him.
Why can't I think of his name? And this is frightening looking.
Like Hunter Hall call Seaman.
I like this.
C-Man.
No, he's
Seaman.
Seaman, like Marcus Seaman.
Patrick Dempsey's his name. Yes, thank you, Vegas. That is his name. Who is the woman?
Yeah, that's. I mean, kind of has.
Yeah, I really. Is it Sandra Bullock? She usually has a butt cut. Like, it's usually down the middle of her hair.
Patrick.
Oh, that's who P-Dub thinks it is, too. Let's go.
Julia Roberts.
It's definitely Patrick Dempsey. We know that for sure. This is a bad visual. It kind of looks like
Yeah, it looks like
Jared
Bruce
Leto.
It looks like Bruce Jenner.
looks like Jared Leto.
Yeah.
It looks like both.
When you
I
mix
feel like
them,
I'm watching Morbius.
when you mix
Yeah.
them together, you know.
I'm gonna more time.
It's Morbin time.
It's Morbin time.
Such a bad movie. So bad. I think it's Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
Yes, cheers to Fetty and Zen. That's right, Hunter Hall.
Yeah.
There we go.
Leonard Fournette.
Oh, who's their other guy?
Oh, he went to USC.
They're running back during the season that year.
Or was it? It wasn't Giovanni Bernard.
That's the first person I thought of, but I didn't think it was him. Oh, Hunter Hall got a grandstand shirt. Shout out. Shout out to Hunter Hall.
What's his name?
Tampa Bay's leading rusher. I'm trying to go back in time.
I thought he was gonna be a good player.
Ronald Jones.
It's a good answer.
That is because
That's
he
who
started
it is.
fumbling.
That's it.
Yes.
He started fumbling the football.
What is this?
I remember that.
2? The second? Yep.
Good job, chat.
Good job, chat. Did you go to USC?
2 current day ACC schools have been number 1 poll: Clemson and
Miami, no.
Florida State, huh?
Florida State.
yeah, Florida State.
He was an Angel.
It always scares me now.
Wasn't Los Angeles though. He was in Anaheim.
I think that's the same thing, is it not?
Yeah, I think that would work. Illinois.
Springfield.
Yes.
Good job, Christian.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Do it.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
Steam Chain has roughly 165 restaurants, 24 hotels, 11
Oh, Hard Rock.
casinos. Yeah, Hard Rock.
They have one of these in London.
Really? Awesome.
Shocking.
Good for them.
I guess.
The answer is either yes or no, or that's baloney. Or common or friends from this arbitration-based reality court show.
Judge Judy.
Judge Judy,
That's-
yeah.
feels like
I think
Judge
she's
Judy.
still. She
Judge
died.
Mathis.
Yeah, it might be Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis.
It's one of the two.
God, we are all.
Dr. Phil?
That's old brain rot. Judge Mathis and Judge Judy. Where they buy, like, you know how that works? Like, they buy the court cases. Like, they purchase them
Yeah.
Judge
to
Judy's
show
got a
them. What?
dump truck.
The judge.
Judge Judy, Brian Burgess says.
Jeez. So what's the deal with practice
You are
today?
not the father.
That
Oh,
Maury
fuck
was
with that.
all-time television.
Jim Carrey won Best Actor Golden Globe for his portrayal of Andy Kaufman in this 1999 biopic. Andy Kaufman.
Well, it's not that one movie where he's like in Seaside. Because
No,
that
it's
was
not that
Truman.
one.
His name was Truman then.
Right, The Truman Show?
Yeah, that's it.
It's not that one. He won a Golden Globe for being Andy Kaufman.
BB will know this.
Huh?
Brad Burgess.
Yeah,
will
you
know
should.
this.
Man on the Moon, BB
That's
says.
what it is. I've actually seen this movie. It's pretty good. Andy Kaufman is a very interesting character.
All right, music. Here we go.
Little baby. There's a little baby.
You gotta get you gotta get me back on the mic. I have singer one song of the year 2021.
Kelly Clarkson? Avril Lavigne?
Her, Jordan Frizzle. There it is. Good.
Who?
It was her. H-E-R.
She is her.
Her. There it is. There we
Perfect.
go.
Good job, chat.
There we go. Perfect.
Yes.
Despite our best efforts.
There we go. We did it. We pulled it off. Perfect. Perfect. We got to go to LSU practice.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys. We've made it to 9 a.m. this morning. If you want to be a part of the conversation tomorrow, bring your own breakdown of the
Yeah,
LSU
we'll
and Clemson
debate
running.
live.
Talk about it
Take some
ourselves.
calls.
We appreciate you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Love you guys.
You got 2 of those? Grab them, squeeze them hard, coach. I'm squeezing, coach.
You want to go to LSU or Cincinnati?
It's a decision.
Jan, you
You love your brother?
You squeeze him.
Squeeze him. I'm squeezing him.
Coach.
Love you, Al.